Bernard Grace was born on July 10th, 1936, in a small Pennsylvania coal mining town called St. Clair. During his time in St. Clair, he would spend his childhood living through the Great Depression and the Second World War, and would spend his adolescent years in the 1950s, where he would be able to enjoy the availability of goods, the abundance of leisurely activities, and the prosperous way of life that had not been seen prior to the Second World War. Bernard Grace will remark fondly on how good life was in the 1950s, and how lucky he was to live through this time period in United States history.
In the town I came from, it didn't seem like it was that different, other than uh, like during the war in the 40s, you couldn't get things.
Hmm.
And after the war was over, it seemed like everything was available again and
Okay.
things like that. So I know during the war years, you had, I think I might have mentioned the ration books we
Mhm.
had. And when the war was over, all that stuff stopped. So everything was wide open. Now, again, the town I lived in, uh, things seemed to be available for you.
Although the 1950s was a prosperous time for some aspects of St. Clair, the town was struggling. The introduction of nuclear energy had taken a toll on St. Clair's coal economy and forced many people to move in search of work. Bernard remarks on this time as being one of the pitfalls of this era.
Coal mining was starting to reduce in popularity at that time.
Because of like the introduction of nuclear energy and then
Exactly, other power sources. So people got out of the mines and people started to move away. I know when I got out of college, I had to relocate. There was no work in that area where I came from that I was in my major. So I ended up going to a city to work.